going on there, YouTube? Back in the scale shop today. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, but I figured all the new rigs and stuff I've got, and I've gotten a lot of new subscribers and had some questions about how rigs look together, so I'm going to do how big are they really. I haven't done one in over a year, so I'm going to compare the sizes between a lot of the popular crawlers and things that I've got. Start off here with the Trailfinder 2. This is the standard old Trailfinder 2. It is bobbed in the back. I've cut, I think, ½ an inch out of the bed. But you can see it's pretty big. And let's see, what can we compare it to? Let's compare it to the TRX4. That's a common one now. That's real popular. And that thing's pretty big. So let me get it up here. Alright, so you can see that thing's pretty massive. The D110 body is just, there's a lot to it. And it's got 1.9s with a pretty tall tire on it. My Trailfinder 2 has got a pretty good tire, but it needs some new foams. But those are 1.55s. But I think they fit pretty closely together. I've only seen a few Defenders in real life. There's not a lot of them here in the United States, and let alone in Texas. But those Toyota trucks are tiny. In reality, those little Hilux pickups are really small. We had one when I was a kid. It was an 87, a little bit newer than this body style, but it was cramped in there. But yeah, they kind of fit together. Here's a head-on look at them. The thing's just massive. And that, you know, I'm not a fan of Lexan, but that is a dang good crawling truck. Good trail truck. But I've got a video up where I drive these two and the Bronco, the TFL Racing Bronco. And you kind of see how they perform differently. That Trailfinder 2 is in need of an electronics upgrade. It's still running like RC4wd drive, old school ESC and brushed motor. It could use an update. So maybe in the future we'll get to do that. And I need to do the foams on it bad. I've needed tire foams forever. But yeah, this TRX4 is pretty gigantic. I hope that gives you an idea of how it looks. Now let's get the SandScorcher down. I've gotten some questions about that one. Alright, so the question I got was how does the SandScorcher fit with the Trailfinder 2? And I think it's pretty good. It might be a hair small. It's hard to tell. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a real Hilux pickup next to a Volkswagen Bug before. You don't see a whole lot of either of those around it these days, so comparisons are hard to relate on older vehicles. But I think they go together all right. It fits. Width is close to the same. It's hard to tell if that one's all with its roof rack and all that, but I think they go together pretty well. Now everything's marketed as 1/10 scale, so we really don't know what we're getting. People say all the time that the Trailfinder 2 is closer to 1/9, and you know it's all relative. But you know, if it looks good together, then I'm happy with it. I think that those two, I think they jive all right. So the green Isuzu Amigo body is an old Tamiya body from the 90s. And it came on the CC01 chassis as an option like the Jeep Wrangler did, and what was the other one they had? The Pajero Mitsubishi. And they're very hard to come by. But this fits on this is the Trailfinder 2 short wheelbase. It's probably the least popular RC4wd drive rig that I've seen. Nobody really gets excited about them. I mean, I've got videos of this. It's got a full scratch built interior, resin door panels. I've got, I mean, everything done to it. Roll cage, custom front and rear bumpers, and yeah, those videos have very few views. So I don't know what it is about it, but I like it, and it's a fun little trail truck. It's not a great crawler, but it's more of a trail truck. But you can see it's just a little bit shorter. It had a lot of flaws with the pinion angles and stuff like that I've worked out on mine. It's got a custom transfer case mount and skid plate that I made myself. Pinion angles are still pretty bad. The front is anyway. There's just not a lot of room for all those components that come on the Trailfinder platform. But these bodies look great with the Hilux. The Jeep Wrangler might be a little small in comparison, but the Amigo body looks perfect. See, these fit together pretty well. I always wanted one. People convert these Amigo bodies into pickups. little Isuzu pup. And I always wanted to do that, but I got this original Tamiya body, and I didn't have the heart to tear it up. Because I don't know, I just got it this color and everything, so. Anyway, yeah, those two fit together pretty well. Now, let's look at something a little bit different. So I think these two go together pretty well as also the TFL Racing Bronco. Bronco's probably just a hair bigger than the Hilux pickup. Again, not something you see a whole lot of every day, at least not around my neck of the woods, but I think they go together alright. I just love that cage on that truck. I'm still, one of these days, I'm going to take it all the way apart and paint it all black. I think they fit together pretty well. So next, I'm running out of stuff here. Really, the one I wanted to show you was the TRX4, and just how massive it is. But my RatRods, we can look at those. Again, I think these fit together pretty well. I like having both of them in my shop at the same time. You know, it's all it's all perspective, like that body there on number 2 from Awesome Designs. He scaled that pretty close to an accurate 10th scale. The farm truck in the background, a little bit smaller cab than that, and it's sold as 10th scale, so it's all relative. But anyways, you know, this is one of those silly little videos I thought I'd do. I had some free time and I was out here messing around. But anyways, appreciate you watching. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Instagram, and I'll see y'all in the next video.